Hey guys, welcome along to the show. This is Here's Rodder's Reviews. I'm your host, Rodney Stewart, and Transformers Generation 1 Season 2 with an episode called Auto-Bop. Now, there's quite a few random episodes in this series, and this one here ranks very highly in the randomness of what happens in it. Essentially, I'm just going to look at the book here, see what it says about this episode. The Autobots investigate strange goings on in a new nightclub, Dancetron. Of course, whenever you hear the name Tron at the end of anything, you're kind of thinking, that can't be good. So they discover that the Decepticons are behind an evil sound system that hypnotizes the patrons. That is probably all you need to know going into this episode. A character that popped up earlier on in Season 2, Make Tracks, was the episode. I'm just looking back in the episode listings in the booklet here. There was an episode called Make Tracks where this character was in it, made friends with Tracks, and we returned to that friendship in this episode. And him and two of his friends are trying to get into this new nightclub, and they're not part of the cool in gang. They can't get in there, and you know, they're at the beginning of the episode, they're trying to make a little bit of money by breakdancing on the side of the street with their little boom box and set down their bits of wood to breakdance on. And of course, these bouncers come from the club, chase them off, and this is where Trax and Blaster turn up to save them from these guys. And the thing that they found weird was that one of the guys that was in this gang that was chasing Raoul and his friends down was an actual businessman that was completely out of place within the crowd that he was hanging out with at the beginning of the episode. And so they start investigating, and indeed throughout the episode they started to discover that there's more to this nightclub going on than meets the eye. Transformers, more than meets the eye. So, of course, as the viewer, we have realised at this point that Starscream and Soundwave are in this club, and they're working with these sound effects to hypnotise the humans. And there's no real big explanation as to why things is happening in this episode. There's a part where they come across this building that's been built by these people that are under the hypnotic control of the Decepticons. So the Autobots, by the end of the episode, destroy this building, but we never really figure out what the building's for. Obviously the Decepticons are behind it, but you know, there's no answer given to that really. And yes, through the help of Raoul again, Trax and Blaster managed to save the day from the Decepticons. There's no major contact between the big players in this episode. Like Starscream has a Skype call with Megatron at one point and telling him that things isn't going to plan, but that's it. There's no appearances from Optimus Prime or any of the other Autobots. It just seems to be Trax and Blaster in this one, and we do get a face-off between Blaster and Soundwave at the end of this episode, where they're actually using sonic attacks on each other, and they're pretty much evenly matched up until Blaster actually manages to use the sound system that the Decepticons built to hypnotise the humans, and uses that against Soundwave, and beats him. He leaves, and Starscream's defeated as well by Trax. And at the end of the episode, Trax is like, he got his ass saved by Raoul and the other two friends, and he's like, if there's anything we can do to pay you back, just ask. At the beginning of the episode, whenever they were driven away from the club, they managed to lose their little boombox speaker system, so Blaster has to step in and place to play music for them for a few days so they can gather up enough money to buy a new one. So it's an incredibly random episode, and one I could quite easily skip over on the next viewing of the box set, but you know, we're getting into some good stuff coming next. I'm just looking at the listing of some of the episodes that are on the way, and yes, you're going to have to look forward to this one. Search for Alpha Trion is coming soon. That'll actually be the next Transformers episode, along with a two-parter called The Key to Vector Sigma. Big episode. And War Dawn. Excellent episode. And then there's another couple episodes coming up towards the end of it. They're two separate episodes, but they're almost a two-parter. You know, I don't know why it wasn't actually made as a two-parter, because the second one is a direct continuation of what happens before. It's Starscream's Brigade and the Revenge of Bruticus. There is, as much as there's a lot of random stuff that happens throughout this series, there are some classic episodes that build the bigger picture of the thing in a way that I think the owners of the franchise were not expecting to happen. And we did get to see the backlash of that whenever we got the Transformers the movie. So more on that as we move forward, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll talk to you in the next one.